I am Ginger Giovale. I have a wonderful math degree from Westminster College. I have used my education greatly from Westminster and appreciate the opportunity to talk about it. My earliest memory of Westminster, my parents dropped me off at the dorm and helped me move in, and then they were gone. And then I felt really good. This was really the first time, after growing up in a large family, the first time that I was on my own and could make my own decisions, and I was ready for it.
Ginger is driven by a passion for Westminster that runs so deep that she has been able to influence the design of buildings and programs to reflect the values of her family and to really make sure that students at Westminster succeed.
You know, I met Ginger when I first came to Westminster in 1981. She was the youngest trustee of the college, and she welcomed me as a new member of the staff. Of course, it was my privilege to work with her. She served on our board for 29 years. I'm sure she's the longest serving trustee in the history of the college, and 18 of those years as the chairman of the board. For me, when I think of my time at Westminster, I can't really think of it without her being in it.
I knew my mom was on the board. I didn't know what the board, was all about. I knew it was super important, and I knew she had a big role on the board, but I didn't understand what the context was sort of on which she was operating, and how important it was to sort of like the long-term stability of Westminster. Her contributions to Westminster, you could say things like, 29 years on the board. That's a metric. It's like, well, yeah, you think that's someone who's just giving money and that's how come they're there. But she's very different in the sense of like, it had so much more to do with leadership and connecting the mission and values of Westminster, and her leadership style is like very evident in that. So I feel like her contributions have been like multifaceted, and her leadership style is kind of like shown throughout that.
One of the things that I appreciate about her approach to buildings, whether it's the Meldrum Science Center, the Giovale Library, any of the things that she touches, she really cares about the look and feel of those buildings so that they're inviting and beautiful and really reflect that spirit of communal learning that we all value at Westminster. Part of Ginger's legacy is this deep understanding of the multiple ways that philanthropy can affect an institution. So she knows that endowment can be critical for the long-term sustainability of a great university like Westminster. So she has this depth of understanding of the multiple ways that giving can affect an institution that has really helped Westminster in so many ways. Ginger loves to see students thrive, all students, a diversity of backgrounds, interests, and passions. She loves to see how those come together, and she understands at a very, very deep level the power of bringing liberal arts in conversation with a variety of disciplines and professions.
I was an assistant professor of music, but I was also the director of music. There were only about 8 students in the program, and I think it was within the very first month of classes. Ginger and her mom showed up to one of my classes. We talked after the class, and wonderful conversation. I saw their passion for music, and they both gave me a clear directive to build the music program. For a number of years, I would bring students down to Flagstaff, and my students would perform for Ginger and John and all the participants of the event. And it became a regular thing. And it became something that all my students would say, "Can I go? Can I go? Can I go?" And it was so much fun. With music, everybody wins. The audience wins, the performer wins, the composer wins. It's just uplifting on so many fundamental levels. And Ginger and John, I believe, have always been huge supporters. I think a well-lived life includes music.
150 years is a long time. And I think it's very significant that we've lasted this long. I would like to give a quote for my hope for the next 150 years. I would like to say that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And that's a quote of Eleanor Roosevelt. And yes, it's in stone on the library, but it really is inspiring to me. The beauty of your dreams is very important, and everyone should have that. So I would say that's the answer to that question.
I know a lot of people have a lot of passion about Westminster College, and there's been tens of thousands of people who have made this journey possible for Westminster, but she just has this in her heart, like so deeply. This is her cause, this has been her thing, and I can see the impact on students and how real that is. It is changing the world. She knows that, she's always known that, and she's there, has been always there for that. So I, personally can't think of anyone better to receive this award.
I can think of no one more deserving of Westminster's Sesquicentennial Legacy Award than Ginger Giovale. Ginger reflects the values, she's made such deep commitments, and the impact that she's had will serve Westminster for its next 150 years.
Well, what an honor it is for me to congratulate Ginger on this most unique award, the Sesquicentennial Legacy Award. For somebody who has shaped the future of Westminster, who has spent the better part of her life making a difference in the lives of students and faculty and staff, and we'll forever be grateful for her contributions to this institution.
Congratulations, Ginger. I'm so thrilled, and there's nobody on this entire campus over the years that deserves this more. I so wish there was one more opportunity for me to perform for you.